Hey everybody, how you doing? This is going to get very, very important very, very quickly, so I'm going to try to bring everybody up to speed that don't know or the history of Iran, okay? Because this is going to be very, 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 very important for all of you to understand what's going to end up happening here and why it's going to end up happening. And a lot of you are going to get confused because you're going to see two Irans, kind of the left and the right party, if you would. So back in the late 70s, back in the early 70s, let's rewind the clock just a little bit more. A terroristic group was building in Iran. Iran was a beautiful country led by a king and queen, okay? And it was a very beautiful country. It was a very thriving country. It was a country like what you would see here in the United States. I mean, right down to what do they call them? The gypsies and everything. I mean, it was say yes to love and stuff like that. I mean, they had gypsy parties just like we had here back in the late 60s and 70s, you know, with all the flower childs and all that stuff. It was really kind of the same thing. Anyway, they had a religious cult nut job, which is the guy you see today that says, "I'm Iran." He's got a big beard and a big fucking black turban on. He's not really Iran. So what happened is this nut job, this terrorist, just like these kings people, you know, they created this huge mob and it grew. He started getting more and more followers. He armed them. He was getting support from Japan, and I believe North Korea was kind of supporting this guy, giving him arms and weapons and weaponizing him and all this stuff. And they started to grow in Iran, in the country. Eventually, he got so powerful and so big, the king in the late 70s to I think like 79, he had cancer. Okay, the king got cancer, and he was dying. And he became so powerful and was threatening people, if you don't join me, we're going to kill you. And they did. People who said, no, we're not going to join you, they were killed. And they were held hostage and put in cells and held by gunpoint and stuff like that, okay? People got afraid to leave their homes. And so anyway, the dude with the white beard, to make everybody, you know, understand this, big white beard, black turbine, he overthrew the kingdom. And this whole army moved in and tried to kill the royal family. So the royal family fled to Egypt, I believe, in late, I think around January of 79, somewhere around there, in the late 79, 80, where it flip-flopped there. Anyway, the whole royal family they fled the country. Now they are Iran. They're the kings and queens and the governmental power of Iran. Now remember, the guy with the big white beard and black turban, he's a terrorist, a religious nut job that overthrew a country by force and murdered millions of people. Okay, so now there's two Irans. There's the royal family and government power of Iran. Then there's the terrorist group of Iran. Now, we're fighting the terrorist group of Iran. The king ended up dying from cancer, I believe, the next year. So there's a prince and there's a queen yet. Okay. Now, he doesn't have a country to go back to. So he can't become the king of Iran when he's not the king of Iran or the prince of Iran anymore, because he was overthrown. Okay. So, now you're going to start to see where there's people in Iran, the people of Iran. They're great people. They don't want this terrorist in charge of their country. They never have. They never will want that. They're tired of the tyranny. They're tired of being murdered and killed and held captive in their own home. They're tired of their freedoms being completely removed. And they want to get Iran back. They don't want these wars anymore. They never did. So you're going to see two Irans here that are going to go like this. Because now the royal family has Israel and all of us, including the United States, saying, we want your country back and we're going to fight to get it. And now you're going to see the terrorists raise up, and now you're going to see the true Iran go up against the terrorists of Iran. And they're going to go head to head. Well, this head has already been bitten off, and they're going to need help. They're going to need love and support. And that'll make Iran become the Iran it used to be when that other terroristic group is eliminated. Now that's the elimination that the President Trump is speaking of. Okay, so when President Trump attacks Iran, he's not really attacking Iran. He's attacking the terroristic group that overthrew Iran. That's who he's attacking. And if Israel and all of our allies in the United States get rid of that tyranny, that terroristic group, Iran has the chance to take over its country again. And maybe a prince, a great man, he's really, really a good man. You're going to start seeing him all over the place here. He's going to be all over the place. He doesn't want to rule his country. He wants to give his country back the love, the freedom, and the joy that they once had before they were overthrown. So it gets confusing because look at it this way, like the United States government got overtaken by this King's Movement group. And now you have the United States being overtaken by this group, and they call them the United States when all of us are out here like, what the fuck, right? Well, there's two Irans. There's one that we've been at war with for over 40 some years because the royal family was driven out of the country and overthrown, and they ended up, I believe they're still in Egypt yet. I haven't looked over to, I mean, it's been close to 20 years since I've been over there, so that's what you're going to start seeing. I hope this kind of really explains a lot to you, and that's why you're going to see two representatives say they are Iran, because there really is. There's a terrorist group, they call themselves Iran, and then there's the royal family, basically God on one side, the royal family, and the devil on the other side, the terrorist group. So you got good against evil here. And evil now controls the country. And we need to get rid of the evil so the good can overtake their country back. Hope that explains a little bit about it and makes you understand a little bit about what's going to happen here pretty soon and why you're going to start seeing the two Irans being talked about. Okay. Love y'all. Peace out. Blue skies. Talk to you later.